the match is Rick Rude versus Junkyard Dog.
Oh, right. Oh, God. I mean...
Wow, Mr. Rude. You're coming out here and wrestling like that? Oh.
You know, we probably talk about Macho Man Steamboat being like one of the best matches we've seen in previous shows and stuff. But seeing Rick Rude sitting on Junkyard Dog's chest with Junkyard Dog's face on his own arse is something else.
Do you know what? It's niche.
I just... getting triple headbutted, Rick Rude getting triple headbutted by Junkyard Dog out of the ring is the best thing I think I've seen in this run of shows.
That really is good. I tell you what, he also takes a backdrop that is out of this world. He is remarkable. What's really funny in this is they've done the thing where they try and find the women in the audience as Rick Rude is in the ring. And as they do that, the people they find, they're not fucking about, these ones. And the women are literally biting their lips going, like that. Everyone looks like they are laser focused on Rick Rude.
On his abs.
It's an amazing thing to watch.
He is.
Oh, man.
Like, once again, I want to fuck Ravishing Rick Rude, or I want him to fuck me.
That is the saddest thing about this, is knowing that this can't happen.
No.
It can't happen.
Could happen. So I narrow my eyes and think
Dark
about
web, Donaldson.
the shovel I could buy. There's a woman in the audience with like a flat camera.
Yeah.
Like one of those old... Is it Instamatic? I don't know what you call it, but like those old flat cameras, and she's got...
The flash bulbs.
The flash bulbs. And you forget about those flash bulbs that used to rotate sometimes, or there used to be like loads of them.
Yeah, and they were expensive as well. And you'd use one and it'd be like, oh, that's 30p.
Done. Yeah.
Just insane, isn't it? When you think about it. It's incredible.
But there's like 7 of them piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
Like a weird like Lego or something.
That is mental when you think about it. When you used to go out and you'd go, sometimes you'd take one of those and you'd go, oh my God, they've all been used. Oh God, we can't take any photos of us at this Chinese restaurant. It would be like that.
Crazy.
It's so amazing seeing that. It's like someone holding up a fax machine in the crowd. You just go, wow, that's old-fashioned. Rick Rude, as you say, has got the greatest tights on, which are, he's got Junkyard Dog on the groin and the arse.
A really good approximation of Junkyard Dog's face, and I cannot stop laughing in the video.
The funniest thing about it is on the back, there's a picture of Junkyard Dog where he's got like a fishing hat on. It's sort of like a navy green, almost like an army cap. And I was thinking, I've never seen Junkyard Dog wearing a hat. So all that can have happened is that must have been, Rick Rude must have said, I'm getting my tights done. Can I have a couple of photos of you and I'll get them to do the tights? So Junkyard Dog's got like his family photos and gone, here's one of me having a nice fish, and going, lovely, we'll put that on. And the other thing I love so much about it is the reveal in this, which is the match itself with Junkyard Dog, and this is Junkyard Dog's, I think, last pay-per-view, so he goes to NWA and stuff like that from here. But it's really just a precursor to the big feud that Rick Rude's going to have with Jake Roberts.
Yes.
And part of that is he's hit on Jake Roberts' real-life wife, Cheryl, in the crowd, and then Jake Roberts has like come out and gone, that's my fucking wife, and it's all gone from there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at those legs, Bobby.
I think this is demeaning myself. I mean...
Sweetheart, I know you might be a little intimidated by the sexiest man alive, but you know, and I know, that you're here for the same reason all these other ladies are here, and that is to see Ravishing Rick Rude. Am I right?
Wrong.
Oh, about that!
Wrong.
I can't believe it. This girl getting the chance of her lifetime for stardom, and she says wrong.
He can't believe it.
So there's a bit here where he pulls down the Junkyard Dog tights to reveal he's wearing ones with Cheryl Roberts' face on.
Yes.
Then outruns
I didn't really know who that woman was. Because I was like, well, he's just got more pants on with a woman's face on it.
Back in these days, there were literally Elizabeth, and that was the only, and Sherry. The two types of woman, the saint and the whore, the Elizabeth and the Sherry. And so when they brought in this sort of Cheryl Roberts thing, as a fan, you knew exactly that those were Cheryl Roberts on his tights.
Right, okay.
The best thing about it is they do a side view of it, and so Rude's dick is like, it makes a nose on the Cheryl Roberts. It's a byproduct that no one saw coming. That is brilliant.
Hey, Snake, your wife's nose is my dick.
You want to see your wife's nose get bigger, Snake? What are we doing here?
Want to see your wife with a fucking cold?
Repulsive.
Extremely yellow snap.
Repulsive. Rude is great in this as well. I mean, he's just on fucking fire.
Yeah.
Throughout this, he is astonishing. The way that he just looks blankly when he's furious that Jake Roberts is even there. It's such a good performance. I think it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Jake comes out and looks iconic as well, so it ends in like a disqualification. Weirdly, it's a funny thing, this SummerSlam. Even though it's like a disqualification, it's entirely the right call, and the crowd go nuts for it because you've got Jake Roberts running in, and it's exciting.
There,
And Jake Roberts does a really clever thing as well of when they sort of go the winner by disqualification, Rick Rude. He goes, fuck, bollocks. I've handed him a victory. Really cleverly done.
Well, you can't just appear there out of nowhere without constituting an automatic disqualification. That's interference in the match.
Well, the Snake, he's consoling the Junkyard Dog right now, Gorilla.
Well,
Jake Roberts is wearing snakeskin boots in this. I was thinking, if you like fucking snakes so much, don't be... I like Daisy Ridley, the actress. I think she's absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
I ain't going to wear a pair of boots made out of Daisy Ridley.
No. And that is to your credit. You are very much not an inner city sweat hog. You are a respectful gentleman.
I'm going to have that, like Gorilla Monsoon has, Will You Stop, and says he has. I'm going to have never wore a pair of boots made out of the actress Daisy Ridley, brackets who he never met. The only reason. We see a little clip of Brutus Beefcake having to pull out of the Intercontinental title match.
Yes.
Because he's attacked by Cowboy Ron Bass, I'd say the 9th best cowboy in wrestling history.
And there's a lot of them. Ron Bass, I can't really remember Ron Bass.
I don't think Ron Bass actually makes it to a WrestleMania.
Right.
I don't think, other than this little bit, he makes it to a SummerSlam.
Right.
He's on, I think, a Survivor Series, probably a Royal Rumble.
Because I was like, why has he got a whip? Oh, he's a cowboy in the
The whip has got a name.
What's the name of the
It's
whip?
called Betsy.
Jesus
And
Christ.
his spurs are Brett and Bart Maverick.
2 names. You don't need 2 names for them. You don't need 2 names.
No.
You don't need a family tree. Let's have the Rock family tree, and then the family tree of his spurs, of Ron Bass's spurs.
There was a young spur brother who unfortunately died in an accident in the smelting plant. I mean, Ron, why have you done this, mate? You're going too far into the character.
His seatbelt, and he went out the window.
I've also named all 33,000 herd of cattle I fictionally have. Well done.
There was when the outlaw Ron Bass cuts Beefcake's head with his spur. They've got a big sort of censored overlay because there's blood.
Yeah.
Such a weird, because you can clearly see blood.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be there.
Occasionally. I think it's to sort of go, this is too disturbing to see.
Yeah, see, it's not really.
I did watch this and I did think, God, it's a strange thing to do, isn't it? Brutus Beefcake in his
Big X.
spandex, and they go, we're going to take you out there, and a man's going to cut your head open, and it's going to bleed in front of all these kids. And make it like you're dying, and then we'll play it again. I mean, it's just madness. Absolute madness. We have a little interview with Honky Tonk Man, and he's actually really good in the interview. He's surprisingly good in this, Honky. It's a good SummerSlam for him.
Don't call him Honky.
People do call him Honky.
Do they
in
call him
wrestling.
Honky?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Someone did a tweet which I really liked as well, where they were talking about when they watched this as a youngster, they just presumed that Honky Tonk Man, when he said I was at number 1 in the charts, they were like, oh yeah, he must be because he's saying
it. Was Clarence Worley on Twitter said, young me used to think things like the Honky Tonk Man had the number 1 song in the country was real. I just assumed it was huge where I didn't live.
I know.
Which I think
I
is
vaguely
amazing.
remember him doing the WrestleMania 6 one, so I was about 13, and I remember thinking, I wonder where I can get that. I wonder if they will have Hunka 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 Honky Love out. And now I look back on it, I kind of go, yes, it's a good merchandising thing. And I do find myself thinking, why did they spend so long with Honky Tonk Man recording songs that they then
never
did nothing with? It's like a sort of mad rich man's thing. It's just bizarre. It really is.
Folly.
It really is. Honky, you've got to go, got to get to the studio before you go wrestling. You've got to record this. Why?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, I've got so much. Do I get paid for this? No, this is all part of your character.
Tell everyone about the concert you did last night. I didn't do a concert. Play a fucking long. You did the concert, didn't you, in front of 16,000 people? What's real? What's not? This is insane.
Turn the music on. Let's have it. Here we go. Come on, baby. Hold me tight. Hello, honky, what you need tonight? We need a honky, honky, honky life. We need a honky, honky, honky life. I'm the one you've been dreaming of. You know you got to have some honky love. Put your arms around me.
I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot when up popped my grandbaby booty girl.
You know she talks a lot. Booty girl. She said,